Right, Martha.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about your role at Cosy Cottage? What is it that you do here?
Well, I'm a bit of a jack of all trades, really, but I was predominantly down in the workshop when I first started.
Yeah.
And still am. So I tend to make all of the skincare and body balms and candles and diffusers for Cosy Cottage.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How did you get into that?
Well, I actually started on the work experience and signed my life away.
So
I can't leave.
You can't leave, no. I think you were here for a week.
3 days.
3 days,
Yeah.
and that's it. You've just not left since. You must like it.
Yeah.
Is it what you're interested in?
Yeah, definitely. So I actually am going to study chemical engineering in September.
Oh, cool.
So Clara seemed like a good person to come to for chemistry advice.
Yeah.
And so she keeps me involved in different projects.
Yeah, I'm sure she does.
Research.
So you'd probably say that you spend most of your time down at the workshop making products, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So what might a typical day look like for you? Is it set products on set days? Is it a mixture of everything? The types of products do you make soap down there, creams, candles? Is it all done in the same facility?
No, so soap, the lads are in charge of the soap. They do that at Green Man Barnes where everything is packed and sent away.
Yeah.
There's not really a system as such. So on a Monday will arrive Meg, who's our line manager. She collates everything that needs doing for the week and writes a big list.
Yeah.
And then you basically pick from the list.
Okay.
There might be some that need prioritising if we're especially low on face cream or something, then that needs doing first.
Is there a product that you make the most? Is it something that you feel like you're making constantly? Or is it
deodorants?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ladies 50ml deodorants.
Yeah.
That's all we do.
We do sell a lot of that, though, to be fair, don't we?
And because we do freebies and things.
Yes, I suppose, yeah. So let's talk about research and development, because we've had a couple of new products out recently that you've been involved in with the research and development process.
Mm-hmm.
How does a new product idea come to life? Does it all come from Clara? Does it come from you guys? How would you say what that process looks like?
Well, I think Clara's the mastermind behind it all, It depends. If it's for Cosy Cottage, then it's Clara's idea, and then she'll come up with a recipe, or a company might approach Clara with what they're after.
Mm-hmm.
I'll actually use an example. Yeah. So when I came from my work experience, I developed a no rinse hand mist. We made that for Navy professional, actually.
Yeah.
And I'll go through the process. Mm-hmm. So Clara would come up with a recipe first, and you'd make it in small volumes. And once it's made, you then ask a few questions.
Okay.
So does it smell good? That's pretty much the first question you ask, because if it doesn't,
no one's going to want to put it on their skin. Yeah.
Is it safe? It's not set on fire and blown up the whole workshop. For like the hand product, you'd ask, is it miscible? Basically, is it homogeneous? Is it all mixed together?
Okay. Yeah.
Like it's not separated or anything. And if it passes all those questions, then you'd start to test it. So I think I remember with the first version of that product, we all tried it and we thought it was a bit drying. Okay. So then you ask more questions. How can you make it more moisturising?
Oh, okay.
So then you'd go, oh, well, glycerin.
Yeah.
That's it has hydroxides. So it forms hydrogen bonds. Yeah. So it draws water in, moisturising properties. So then Clara would create a new recipe. Yeah. Including that. Then you'd do it all again, ask the same questions. Is it miscible? Does it smell nice? And eventually you get to a final product.
So it can be quite a long drawn out process.
Yeah, you might get to version 5 or 6 before you even start getting to a bigger scale. Yeah. So then what you do is you scale up much bigger volumes, but you quite often face unexpected challenges because ingredients react a lot differently when there's a lot more of them.
Yeah.
So I think we found with the glycerin, actually, it's much denser. So when you did a big bowl of the product, it sank to the bottom.
Oh, okay.
So then when you're decanting it into the little jars,
yeah.
like some jars were getting a lot of glycerin and some weren't, so then there's stickiness issues and things. So you ask all these questions to make the best end product.
Version of the product. Interesting. What's the most exciting product that you've worked on so far with Cosy Cottage? Has there been anything that you've really, really particularly enjoyed? I mean, obviously, it's quite apparent that you love the science behind all of this stuff. But is there anything that you've developed or helped develop that you've been like, oh, that was actually really fun?
I think our new face serum with the frankincense and marula, I think because it's such a luxury product and it's something that I would actually use.
Yes.
And because I've always been interested in science, but I've never known the science behind like things I would use every day. Like how is this product actually like anti-aging, or how is it actually this? So to actually see how it works is really interesting. Yeah.
Do you have any favourite ingredients to work with? Or are there any ingredients that you hate working with? Because obviously a lot of the Cosy Cottage products... Oh, right.
Honey.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my God. It's a nightmare.
Is that because it's sticky?
It's so bad. Meg will tell you. So our face serum, the pink one, it's a nightmare. It just doesn't want to mix into anything.
God.
So it just sinks to the bottom.
And it's a long drawn out process to get it
in.
in.
So you have to, it's a real technique to get it the right like temperature so that it all comes together. Yeah. It's interesting. A nightmare.
So is it particularly difficult working with natural ingredients?
I wouldn't say so. I think, I mean, the methods have been mastered, I think. So I've always had it fine because I've had it explained to me. But I'm sure as like it was first being developed, it was probably. I guess the issue with quite a few of our products is because we're using oils. It's the temperature issue.
Yes.
Which can be a bit of a nightmare sometimes, but actually we've just started using coconut wax for our like summer recipes, and it works really well.
Does it?
Yeah.
Is that instead of coconut oil?
No, so we still use coconut oil, but then we add coconut wax as an extra ingredient, but it basically increases the melting point. So
that's really interesting, actually. Is that going to go in all the cosmetic products, like the balms and the...
We're currently using it for the deodorants.
Okay.
I'm sure, it'll be the creams.
Rolled out into the creams and things. That's really interesting. Is there any... are there any upcoming products in the pipeline that you can tell us about?
We've got our new deodorant. I know
Yes, I've heard about this. Yeah.
You tested it, didn't you?
I am testing it. Yeah, the bicarb free.
Good. Well, it's interesting actually. So it's got, instead we're using rice starch.
Yeah.
Which is a natural mattifier.
Okay.
So that absorbs your sweat, I guess.
That's interesting.
And then I don't know how to pronounce this. It's like zinc ricolate.
Okay, Claire will be watching this like squirming in her seat.
But basically, why it's better for sensitive skin is it doesn't interfere with your body's natural sweating kind of system. Okay. It doesn't mask odors. It actually fights them.
Okay.
And so basically, it doesn't clog your pores. And that's what causes your irritation.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
And it's completely natural and vegan and palm oil free. Yeah. So it's a good alternative.
Would you say that all of the products we make cosmetic wise are good for sensitive skin because they're natural?
Definitely.
Yeah.
What's our title? Sensitive skincare brand of the year.
We are. Yes, well done.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. What's your favourite essential oil?
Lavender, definitely.
I don't know how I feel about lavender.
No, but right, the smell. Some people say grandma's knicker drawer.
Kind of is a little bit sniffing your grandma's knicker drawer, yeah.
But I find it really relaxing.
Okay.
And it's actually very interesting.
Go on then, tell me the science behind it, Martha.
Well,
I know you're itching too.
It's got anti-inflammatory problems.
I hope it hasn't got anti-inflammatory problems.
It's got anti-inflammatory properties.
Yeah.
And antioxidant properties, which are very interesting.
What does that actually mean, though? So, what people throw these words around, but what does anti-inflammatory and antioxidant actually mean?
Well, for lavender oil, lavender has these. I'm fiddling with my bubble. Lavender has these bioactive ingredients. So you might have heard of linalool and limonene.
Yeah.
They're pretty clever things. So for anti-inflammatory, they inhibit like anti-inflammatory markers or inflammatory markers.
Yeah.
So they stop inflammation, basically.
Okay.
And for, antioxidants, that's a whole different thing. So oxidative stress is basically when there's an imbalance in these nasty little things called free radicals and your body's ability to neutralize them with antioxidants. And oxidative stress that can cause things like inflammation, acne, aging, all that jazz. And so how antioxidants work, and linalool in particular, they neutralize the free radicals, so stop the symptoms of oxidative stress.
That's interesting. So it can even do that when applied topically.
Yeah.
Wow. Powerful stuff, isn't it, really?
And especially our essential oils, because they're all naturally distilled and they're very...
What's your favourite Cosy Cottage product?
You're going to get annoyed at me for this.
No, it's lavender something, isn't it?
No, it's the baby balm.
Oh, for God's sake. You love this baby balm.
Chloe gets annoyed at me because I tell everyone about the baby balm. You do
tell everyone about the baby balm.
And then we sell it out all the time because of it. But it's great because it's got chamomile in, which is very soothing.
Okay.
And I suffer with quite bad eczema, and nothing has ever worked apart from this baby balm. So
really,
yeah,
because you've tried a couple products, haven't you?
Yeah. So I was having a bit of a battle.
Yeah.
I tried our sea-grown hand cream because a lot of people have said
loads of people say that's good for psoriasis and eczema. Yeah.
So I tried that, but I didn't get on with that. But I think that was the essential oils I didn't get on with. But I love the smell of that one.
I love it.
Yeah.
I really love it. Yeah.
I tried our goat's milk soap actually.
Yeah.
And that everyone uses that for sensitive skin. And I didn't react badly to it, but it didn't help me in particular. But yeah, the baby balm.
That's it, isn't it? It's just, unfortunately, when people come in with eczema or psoriasis and say, have you got anything? We've got a few different things that have worked for various people, but everyone's skin is so different that it's really hard to sort of advise people.
We can't prescribe
Obviously,
things.
we can't prescribe things. You can just kind of give anecdotal tales, can't you, really? But it's interesting about yours. I get like dermatitis on my hands, and I found the sea-grown cream really, really helps. Which is obviously just another example of differences in skin types. So, have I asked you everything that you were expecting me to ask you?
I think so. What's your favourite essential oil?
Orange.
What is that?
I like the orange essential oil because I really like the smell of it. They reckon, don't they, that in aromatherapy, whatever it is that you're drawn to is what you need. And orange essential oil is really uplifting and energizing. So maybe that's
what you need.
That's what I need in my life. But then maybe you need to calm down and I need uplifting. Perfect. So is there anything else that you'd want people to know about the making process that you think people maybe wouldn't realise? Because it's all made in Malton, isn't it? So everything's made locally, just down the road here in Malton. And we distribute all across the UK. We distribute globally? ? I'm pretty sure we do.
We have.
Yeah, I should definitely know that.
Yeah.
But is there anything about the making process that you think people maybe wouldn't realise, or?
Well, we were actually talking about this down in the workshop the other day, but there was only 4 of us down there. We've now got a new Carol.
Yeah.
But just 5 ladies down there. Some of us, I only work 2 days a week down there.
Yeah.
Lois is there 1 or 2 days a week.
Yeah.
Meg's 4 days.
Yeah.
Kerry's 3. And we think it's quite miraculous the amount we make.
You do churn a lot of product out of that little workshop.
We're not just making Cosy Cottage, like we're making all of Navy's products.
Yeah.
For each month, which they're a massive company.
Huge.
And we somehow keep on top of it as well. I don't know, we're miracle workers.
Do you think the fact you're all women makes it more organised? You definitely can't say that.
No. But yeah, I don't think people, because like with big companies like Navy,
yeah,
you imagine machines and you imagine
do, yeah.
Or a workforce of about 50.
Yeah,
but
these big factories churning this stuff out. It's not, it's just you guys down there with some mixing bowls and aprons, isn't it? Literally. Right, well, thank you very much, Martha. I appreciate you because you came in early to do this, so I really appreciate it.
I'm tired.
You tired? Maybe you need some sweet orange in your life.
Yeah, I do. You're my sweet orange.
I am your sweet orange, yeah. So you can find all of the Cosy Cottage products that Martha and her team make on our website, www.cosycottagesoap.co.uk. You can also pop into our shop, which is where we are right now, here in the heart of Malton in North Yorkshire, and come and have a look and a sample of all the products for yourself. Thank you very much.
Thank you.